Due to the several topics that are currently being discussed, March is already shaping up to be quite the roller coaster for all of you XRP holders. In conclusion, China's official response to Trump's tariff war is appearing absolutely insane. However, this week is also filled with other insane events, such as the crypto conference, other international trade disputes, and much more. And to get the video off to a good start, I wanted to open with what is perhaps the funniest thing ever, that is Jim Cramer stepping out and stating the following. When you consider the Jim Cramer reversal index and how frequently he is incorrect about what he says and the opposite occurs, it is comical that he says he does not see a trade deal on the horizon, and that optimism may be misguided. Therefore, if it is, as it typically is, the opposite day in Jim Cramer land, this indicates that the trade war will be coming to an end very soon and that a trade agreement will be reached shortly. Additionally, some members of Trump's team also favor this. As we can see, Commerce Secretary Lutnick indicates that we should anticipate an announcement this afternoon regarding Canada and Mexico providing relief. He may not be referring to China in this statement. Perhaps Trump will think about providing assistance. We'll see what that looks like and what happens with China. He also stated that we can anticipate some sort of announcement on the subject early this afternoon. Since China is currently the United States' largest trading partner, we did receive some news about how China intends to respond, which we will discuss shortly and which will undoubtedly have a significant impact on the market. As a result, we are eager to see how everything turns out. There will always be opportunities to profit, regardless of whether the trade war ends or continues. There are possibilities on both sides of the coin, whether it's buying the dip or taking some off on the next peak when we're shooting up. President Trump's intention to unveil a Bitcoin reserve policy at this Friday's White House Crypto Summit is another intriguing piece of news that, in my opinion, will have a significant effect on the market. For those of you who are unaware, Friday is the day that the Crypto Summit will take place. Brad Garlinghouse and many members of the Solana team will be among the many folks who will be present. I'll go into specifics about who will be attending that in a moment, but it will be huge for the XRP community because we will be there. We will be talking about policy and we will be a part of the strategic crypto reserve that Trump announced. That is really amazing for the entire crypto industry because other cryptos will also be involved. Naturally, this Bitcoin reserve plan will be extremely significant simply to determine how much Bitcoin the US government will purchase. Is it going to be a fixed sum each month or each day as El Salvador does? We shall see, though. We'll see how that turns out exactly. And this might have amazing implications for Bitcoin. The United States is attempting to go wild and buy 5 Bitcoins every day. There will be an enormous supply shock in the cryptocurrency markets as a result of the exponential decline in the amount of Bitcoin that will be available, which might lead to significant price movement. Considering how optimistic this purchase technique becomes and whether or not it will be a fixed amount every single day, every single month, and every single week, I can see Bitcoin reaching as high as $200,000, which is what many people are wondering how far the markets may go. We will have to wait and see how that turns out, which is very intriguing. You guys need to be really excited about that, That being said, if the supply of Bitcoin becomes limitless, the supply of XRP will also become limited because the US government will also be purchasing XRP. And yes, in the long run, this might imply fantastic things for all of the cryptocurrency included in this reserve. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Nevertheless, as you can see, Ripple is pleased to endorse the establishment of the brand new National Cryptocurrency Association, or NAT Crypto Association, on X. They made a video public. Now, this is also incredible. In essence, the Ripple team is introducing a variety of educational materials to make sure that the general public is fully informed about the advantages of cryptocurrencies and how they operate. In my view, this is happening at the ideal moment because the adoption curve is rapidly increasing and there are currently about 50 million Americans and hundreds of millions of people worldwide who are beginning to get involved with cryptocurrency. As a result, a very large number of people are interested in learning more. I'll be monitoring that and reporting back to you people on its progress. Having said that, I did want to show you guys something truly amazing. This is essentially a great overview of US crypto policy, and it provides you with a sort of flowchart showing which ones suit the majority of the key development sectors. As you can see, there are several distinct categories. Applications for ETFs have been made in the USA. Trump has made reference to blockchain projects that are present at the White House. Additionally, only one project is handling each and every one of them. In reality, there are two. In fact, there are two projects that are working on each and every one of them. The two most important projects are a DA and XRP. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of a DA, although I still greatly favor XRP. These projects are meeting all of these standards, and I believe that this will make them the industry's biggest victors. In case you're wondering how many projects will be attending the White House, the answer is a resounding yes. It's amazing that a XXRP ADA Phil, Aptos, Near Protocol, Move, and XEH will all be present at the White House. Trump has also brought up a number of other topics such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and ADA. Additionally, tons are produced in the United States of America. Therefore, projects that meet this model are likely worth investigating because their chances of success in terms of government regulation increase with the number of categories they hit. The good news is that XRP is one of the few projects in the world that addresses all of these issues. The conclusion of the XRP case has not yet been formally disclosed. As you can see, there are many advantages for XRP in this situation, taking into account all of its categories. Yes, that's really awesome. I now want to discuss a topic that many of you are likely quite interested in, the relationship between China and the United States. Nothing is off the table, as demonstrated by the recent confrontation between the two biggest economies in the world and the presence of the Chinese embassy in China. As you can see, they were cited as saying this straight from their account. We are prepared to battle to the finish if the United States want war, whether it be a trade war or another kind of conflict. It sounds like war, like an outright conflict. China is prepared to go for that in this situation. They add, if the United States wants to strike us, in essence, there's nothing off the table. Now, this sounds like bellicose rhetoric to me. This messaging doesn't sit well with me. This, in my opinion, is blatantly foolish. In my opinion, innocent people should never be killed in any way. Indeed, it also makes it quite evident that China will not accept responsibility for any of the problems Trump has discovered with them, including a particular item that they bring into the nation in great quantities. It has led to a severe outbreak in the United States. Having said that, I do believe that this is a regrettable remark from China, but we will still have to wait and watch how Trump reacts. Since this is one of the day's top headlines, I'm confident he will address it as well, most likely during his speech tonight. All of those reporters will undoubtedly be inquiring about it. With more than 37,000 likes and 5.3 million views, this item has really gone viral today, And yes, I believe that Trump will likely respond as he normally does, which is with a great deal of violence and firmness. And this might lead to higher tariffs on both sides of the equation, which would be painful in the near term. Markets will experience short-term pain, retail prices will rise, consumers will pay more, and their dollar may weaken. Thus far, tariffs have taught us that their short-term repercussions include price increases, stock market declines, and a real depreciation of the US dollar.